Thank you very much. We hope you enjoyed. On top of Old Smoky, I never could sing myself. Couldn't carry a tune if I had it in a toast sack. What is it? Paper fold. Yeah, a lot of these here old mountain people calls a paper sack paper pole. A lot of times they go around where they're at, you know, they think you're going to poke them one or something like that. But that's just the way we talk up here in the old mountains. Long, slow, and easy, you know. Take it easy. That's the way we do up here in the mountains, you know. You ought to hear some of these other folks way back in the mountains talk if you think we talk funny. There's old boy way back up here on the mountain, lived in a log house. They couldn't even read and write. His pa and Ma couldn't read and write or anything, you know. And he got his call to go to the army, so he had to take the letter and let somebody else read it. So he just went on, you know, and the folks didn't know what happened to him. He was gone for about 3 years. Couldn't write him, you know. He didn't know how to write. They couldn't have read it anyway, so he didn't bother. Stayed gone about 3 years, so he finally is over with, and he got to come back home. Come in, walked up the side of the mountain to his little log cabin home where he lived. Got up there, and his ma was sitting in the rocking chair on the porch rocking, you know. He walks up, and this is how he talks. He says, "Howdy, Ma." She said, "Howdy, son." Said, "Where the word have you been?" He said, "Ma," said, "I've been off to war." She said, "Who won?" He said, "We did." He said, "Ma, where's Pa?" She said, "Pa's at the barn, son. Been wanting to see you a long time." So he walked out the barn where Pa was. Walked up and says, "Howdy, Pa." He said, "Howdy, son. Where have you been?" Said, "I've been off to war, Pa." Said, "Who won?" Said, "We did." He said, "What'd you fight that war with, son?" He said, "With airplanes, machine guns, Han-Ker-Nades." He said, "Now, wait a minute. What in the world is a Han-Ker-Nade?" Said, "I never heard of one of them." So the boy said, "Pa," said, "I fetched one back with you to show you." He reached back in his hip pocket and pulled this Han-Ker-Nade out, you know, held it up there in his hand. Said, "Pa," said, "you see that little round ball?" Said, "You pull that pin out of it and you throw it." Old boy reached up and pulled the pin out of that Han-Ker-Nade and hauled off and throwed it, you know. Hit that little brown shack it sets around the back, you know. Just blowed the whole side out of it. Pa said, "Son, you hadn't ought to done that." He said, "Why, Pa?" He said, "Your grandma was in there." About that time, Grandma come tying out, and I said, "Woo!" Said, "I'm glad I didn't do that in the house."